Hey everybody, so today I was going to show you guys how to make a teepee, but it turned out a little more complicated than I wanted it to be and frustrating, and I burned myself a couple times, and it was just a lot more work than I anticipated. So decided to change things up, and I went ahead and just made a teepee and a little layout of a land for the Native Americans, and wrote some stuff out for you guys that I'm going to read to you and educate you guys a little bit on Pomo Indians. So I'm going to turn the camera around so that you guys can see what I made and explain things to you along the way. So here I have some stuff going on. I got my little teepee over here that I made. The way that teepees are made is you can make a tripod with 3 poles. My kids and I, we just went out and we picked up some sticks and some leaves and dirt and things to make this. So you would basically make like a little tripod out of sticks, and it goes around on the inside of your teepee, which makes your, your foundation basically. You make a tripod and you tie it at the top like this. And you can add in extra sticks, and each time you add extra sticks, you need to tie them on. This holds it together. Now, I know that Native Americans, they don't probably make pink teepees, but I had to use the materials that I have. So I have here used some sticks, and I had some pink material, and we found some feathers on our walk, and I went ahead and added those to it. Now, traditional Indians used buffalo skin or hide, and they would stretch it out and they would put it around the poles. They often used sticks to put holes and hold this together. And the flaps at the top make it so that smoke can come out, because they used fires inside their teepees also, because a real life teepee is obviously a lot bigger than this, so they had room for those things. I made like a little cot inside of here because they would put, they made little beds inside. So in here there's like, let's see if I can get my hand out of the way. There's little sticks under there, and I used feathers on top of it to make it kind of soft. This is a rack that they would use to hang their food from, like fish, and they also could hang meat from it. Then I drew this background. I colored it with blue pastels and brown pastels and made the trees and bushes and the moon on here. This is a little fireplace that I made with rocks that I found, and I used red and green 3D puff paint for the fire. And I made a little walkway with stones and things here, and just laid some dirt and rocks and leaves and stuff around. So some of the things that I learned was that the Pomo Indian cultures are several ethno-linguistic groups that make up a single language family in Northern California. Their historic territory extended from the Pacific coast and around Cleon and Duncan's Point to Clear Lake. They preferred small groups known as bands. Many natives, like the Pomo Indians of Northern California, relied on fishing, hunting, and gathering for their daily food supply. Salmon, wild greens, gnats, mushrooms, berries, grasshoppers, rabbits, rats, and squirrels were some of the things that they ate, and acorns was one of the most important things in their diet. They used the berries and plants to make dye, in which they would paint, symbols and things on the outsides of their teepees, which symbolized kind of their story of their life. And the women did the gathering and preparation of plant-based foods, and the men were the hunters and the fishers. The Pomo culture is famed for its tradition of intricate basketry, and they incorporated bird feathers into their designs. They also do beading, which is really pretty cool. My son is Pomo Indian, and he goes on camping trips in the summertime to a native campground with his family, and they do all kinds of really neat things, and he brings home some pretty cool beaded necklaces, and the baskets that they make, they incorporate beads into those too as well. They use like water tool, kind of like water sticks, to make baskets out of. The Pomo culture is famed for its languages also, which they have many different kinds. They were known as the Pomoan, and they were also known as the, hold on, I'm trying to find out where I wrote it down at, Kalanapan, and they had many different names for their languages, and they also had dances. They danced around fires